Despite the supposed pace woes of the 2022 Mercedes car, George Russell hasn't finished lower than 5th this year, while Lewis Hamilton has already finished 10th or lower twice. After the race in Imola, Mercedes took the blame for Hamilton's 13th place finish, but former Mercedes driver and Hamilton's teammate Nico Rosberg has criticised Mercedes for doing so while speaking to Sky Sports. I'm your host, Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Rosberg criticises Mercedes for not telling the truth. Rosberg started off by suggesting how this year one of Hamilton's most impressive streaks could come to an end. It's definitely a very, very tough situation for Lewis. He's won a race in every single year of his career, and it looks like this might be the year where he can't win anymore. He then suggested that this is creating tension in the team. You can see how the tension is rising. We saw how Toto, in my view, was angry at Lewis after qualifying, because maybe Lewis criticised the team a little bit too harshly over the team's internal radio about something they did. The tension's rising, and that's natural, and Lewis will obviously start to show those emotions a little bit. Nevertheless, with the experience he has, I think he will eventually manage to keep those under control. He was then critical of Mercedes taking the blame for Hamilton's poor result, despite teammate George Russell getting a good result. Here, Toto was playing the mental game, which is very smart on his behalf again, taking the blame themselves and really trying to support Lewis mentally, lifting him up and saying that it wasn't Lewis's doing, it's on us. It's very smart because it's not quite the truth, and let's not forget that Russell is in P4 with the same car, so Lewis definitely had a big role to play in that poor result this weekend. Russell got P4 out of it with a brilliant weekend, so there was more in that car. Really, Toto is just trying to lift Hamilton up. He signed off by predicting that the tension will only increase from here on. Let's not forget also, Lewis hates ending up behind his teammate. Even if you're down the order, he really passionately hates coming in behind his teammate. That also happened this weekend, so that's also going to put the tension up a lot. Especially in the engineering room, where Lewis is going to be pushing harder and harder, so it will be interesting to see how it unfolds. Fast feed. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko feels that as Lewis Hamilton was lapped by them, maybe he's thinking he should have stopped last year. He also suggested that when they put real pressure on Ferrari, they are making mistakes. Defending world champion Max Verstappen thinks that Charles Leclerc's mistake, yeah, it's easily done. Of course he was pushing hard to try and fight Checo. It is painful, but I think he knows that himself, you know. He doesn't need to hear that from anyone else. It's still such a long championship. You can still gain a lot of points. But yeah, it's not great for Charles, but you can't change it now. I mean, he doesn't do it on purpose. Ferrari's Carlos Sainz accepts that he didn't get the best of starts. We need to analyse what happened at the start. We still managed to get cleanly to turn 2, and for some reason Daniel went into the curb. An unlucky situation to get stuck in the gravel, nothing I could have done differently. Red Bull's Sergio Perez pointed out that they have been so unlucky the start of the season has been so difficult. I am very pleased to see everyone smiling in the team. It is a great day for the team and we need to keep working. Should Mercedes take the blame for Lewis Hamilton's poor result in Imola? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.